Parade. Left the glasses up there. Read example number 5.
No.
Oh, I didn't grab my glasses. Okay, so the question has been posed and apparently already answered. Would you pay $1,000 for your spouse to take this program? No, why not?
Not enough of a difference.
There's not enough of a difference. How much is this helping people?
3 seconds.
3 words per minute or something like that, or was it 3 seconds? Oh, I'm sorry. I tried to make this, oh wait. Did I do a little typo here or something?
Yes.
Sorry about that. My apologies. So 100 yards in 597 seconds. 600 seconds is the normal. Yeah, 600 seconds. Sorry, 100 yards. Sorry, I'm used to using a reading example. I tried to change it to a more appropriate health science example there. So, yeah, 3 seconds really doesn't mean much of anything. But could I do the statistics on this? What statistic could I choose here? Remember I talked to you about the Z versus the T?
Pre-post.
Well, it could be a pre-post here, but what information have I given you here?
Norms.
Norm.
I've given you population-based information. If I give you population-based information, the Z-score formula, which I put there for you, X bar stands for the mean of your sample, minus mu, which is the mean of, oh my, quite a few typos here. Sorry about that. It's not sigman, it's sigma. So X bar minus mu, what would be mu as the population mean? What is mu here?
600?
600. X bar is what? What did the sample do?
597.
597. So the numerator is what?
-3.
-3. So it helped them out by 3 points, or 3 seconds, sorry. 3 seconds. The denominator. You have to take the standard deviation, which is what for the population?
We don't know.
Well, I gave you the population standard deviation, sigma.
Oh.
100.
100. And you have to divide it by the square root of n.
10,000.
10,000. Anybody got a calculator? Take the square root of 10,000. What do you get? You do the hokey pokey. Oh, that joke works better at Virginia Tech.
So, a little question. A sigma is the same as a standard deviation?
Yep, sigma is the standard deviation. Thank you. What's the square root of 10,000?
Well, mine doesn't do it.
It's 100.
So -3 divided by 1?
-3 divided over 1. And guess what?
Negatives don't matter?
Negatives don't matter here, but -3, statistically speaking, if you were to look it up in a book, guess what happens to -3? It is statistically significant. If you were to do the computations out on this and do the Z-score computation, you would get a Z obtained of -3. This would be statistically significant. So what could the researcher argue? hey, my program
Yeah.
Made an effect.
Work.
worked. It is statistically significant. So how come you're not paying me $1,000?
It's not worth
It's
3
not
seconds.
common sense.
Yeah, there's common sense.
So how do we know? when
Sorry,
the-
I stopped. I start thinking about Donald Trump, and then that causes problems for me.
What is the line in the sand for the Z-score when it comes to statistical significance?
The line in the sand for a Z-score is actually 1.96 always.
And that could be positive or negative?
Yeah.
Okay.
And in this case, is -3 good? Yeah, I mean, it's getting them to go a little faster. So it's 1.96 or -196. So we would be, in this situation, statistically significant. Hey, my program worked. But why wouldn't you pay me $1,000 to do this?
It might be clinically significant.
Yeah.
There's a huge difference between statistical significance and clinically significant. My stat teacher in Binghamton in the late 80s used to say, don't let the statistical tail wag the substantive dog. That's the only thing I remember from his class. I didn't learn anything else. Don't let the statistical tail wag the substantive dog. 3 seconds is nothing. How did it turn out that they were able to get this to be significant?
Their power.
Well, it wouldn't even be the power.
But just a huge.
If you have 10,000 people, can you make anything significant? Yeah, you can. So it's very important when you're doing your research that you kind of recognize these little games. People play these games all the time. That's why, who was it said, there are lies, there are damn lies, and there are statistics? It was a president, wasn't it? Was it Hoover or something? So this is an example where statistical significance doesn't necessarily mean real-world importance. So be careful there. 3 would mean nothing. The other example I have is a reading example where it's the same game. It's 3 words more, a minute, and I have 10,000 people, and it's significant. Would you pay $1,000 to have people take the reading course? No, of course not. So you got to be careful. Don't let the statistical significance dictate the real-world conclusion. Does that make sense to people?
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen people do this kind of stuff? Yeah, that's where the quote, lies, damn lies, and statistics comes from. So you got to be careful. You want the right amount of power going in. 10,000, anything can be significant with 10,000. Okay, we'll stop the recording here, and then we just have the last segment to go through with a couple of articles here.